Hello everyone, this is Melina, the Gentle Ruffian. So today I'm going to show you how I prepare my favorite type of okra. It's not a complicated process. So let me show you the ingredients that I'll be using. So here we have this type of okra. I really don't know what it is called, but it's actually my favorite okra. It's my favorite personally. And then I've already diced up one whole tomato. I've got my salt, and this is soda. You can find soda at any market in Lusaka, Copperbelt, wherever. Any market in Zambia sells soda. So these are the ingredients I will be using to prepare the okra. I've got one tiny pot, which will work. And then now let me show you how it's done. So here you can see after washing the okra, removing all the leaves from the stems. I'm removing the leaves because we don't need the stems in the pot while we cook. So after removing the leaves, it's about this much. It's almost like a handful. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna use the knife and I'm gonna roughly chop it up just to size it up a little, because I don't think anyone would want to have to swallow a leaf this whole. Okay, so we chop it up roughly. They don't have to be really small. Just size it up a little, something like this. I don't know if there's people that prefer to eat it, to have the leaves or cook it whole, but personally I prefer sizing it up a little bit. Chop it up. You know, I could cut it like really tiny like this, but I don't think it would make sense. So I prefer to chop big portions like that. So we do just this. So you see, doesn't have to be very small. So now we get our pot. Put some water, not so much, maybe just a quarter. Personally, I prefer adding the soda before I put in the okra, because I think it helps me measure. But if you're good at measuring, you can just go ahead and put in your okra, tomatoes, and then add your soda later on. But for me, I'm going to have to put my soda in first, because like I said, I'm not good at measurements. So here is our soda. This is what it looks like basically. So I think I'm going to use about this much. I'll use this much for the water I've put into the pot. Well, here we go. This much soda into the water. And then I'll let it melt. So this is just water and soda added to it. So the next step is I'm going to add my tomatoes into the pot. When the water is slightly warm, when all the soda melts up, as you can see. So when all the soda melts up, then I'll bring and add my tomatoes. So for okra, I'm gonna use this spatula, wooden spatula. It's like a wooden spoon basically. I think it's better than metallic spoons when you're cooking okra. I don't know, but this is what I prefer to use. So now we're gonna add our tomatoes to the soda water. You see, it's heating up. So I'm going to add the tomatoes now. Just put this over here. It's a bit difficult because I'm only using one hand to hold the phone. Yeah. So after adding the tomatoes to the water, it should come out something like this. So like I'm saying again, this is just how I prefer to do it. Other people put in the okra and the tomatoes first and then they add the soda later, but I prefer to do it like this. So now it's basically boiling. I am going to add the okra to the mix. Because I'm using one hand, I'll move the pot aside to avoid making a mess so that I can add in my okra. I want to add all of it in. Okay. Okay, so we've added in our okra. Put the pot back on the heat. And this is where you just constantly have to keep stirring because it's a messy dish. If you neglect it just for a little bit, it's going to be all over your stove. I can already feel the aroma. I love okra. And this particular one is my favorite. It really sucks because you only find it around the rainy season, eh? During the dry season, there's that other type of okra which is like the common one. But personally, this one is my favorite. So see, it's becoming slimy. And the color is just right. Ooh, my stove is really hot. My plate is really hot, so maybe let me reduce the heat a little bit. Just reduce the heat a little. So I've added soda to the water. I put a quarter of the pot full of water, and then I added soda, like half a teaspoon. Then I added one whole chopped tomato, and then I added my okra leaves. And here we are. It has to be really slimy, you see. So now we're going to add our salt to our mix. Here's the salt. Just this much should be enough. We're adding salt to taste. And this is how I do my okra. Pretty yummy. Can't wait to taste it. So it takes approximately about 5 to 6 minutes, but our okra is done. it's done. And remember I told you it's a slimy dish, so this is pretty much how it looks when it's done. So now it's ready for us to eat it with our pap. So everybody, this is how I prepare my okra, and if you like this video, remember to subscribe and don't forget to hit the notification bell. See you next time. Thank you.